Both sides are also.
এবার ঠিক আছে স্ক্রিনটা লোড আছে থাকবে রুমে থাকবে
এই যে স্যার এইখানে একটা দিয়ে সুন্দর হবে Yes, yes, you just communicate with
আছে আছে ল্যাপটপ নিয়ে আসি তুমি যে কোনো সময় কইলে পাইবা না এখানে এসে নাকি খাওয়াইতাম আচ্ছা তুমি ফোন করলে আমি ভাড়া দিব শুরু দিয়ে আবার নিয়ে আসি বলছো না আমি ফোন করছি আমাদের অপেক্ষায় করছো স্ক্রিনের লাইটটা নাই কেন স্ক্রিনের লাইটটা তো দাগ কেন এটা প্রজেক্টরের দোষ না ব্রাইটনেস নাই আর এসব জিনিসগুলি না খেললে বোঝা যায়
हेलो नहीं बोलिए तो जाने आनंद सर और कोई हेलो 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 साउंड बंद है हेलो हेलो कैच করে हेलो Hello. 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 Distant area. Right. Yes. Hello. 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 হ্যালো সুরজিৎদা তুমি যেখানেই থাকো আমাদের হল করে চলে আসো
Hello. We are here for celebrating today's national seminar on development of.
Yes, I understood. Yes, I understood.
The Commerce Department looking so nice today. Including Zerika ma'am.
Let us have a tea. We have conversed for a long time.
লাইভ এটা কিন্তু
Yalla bitase.
Hello. Anything more? We are here for celebrating national seminar, which was organized by Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shaikshik Mahasangh in collaboration with Ram Thakur College, Agartala. Done. 2 days national seminar on development and governance, with perspective post-millennium India.
ম্যানেজ করে আগে
ওটার নাম বলতে হবে না। Standing বসে standing
অর্পণ তুই করবি এতে
track
12:30 থেকে 12:30 থেকে 2:30
ওর নাম কি?
অর্পণ দেবনাথ পাঠক
Manager, please.
আপনাকে কি আমি বলিনি আপনার বস না না তাহলে হবে আই এম নট ওয়ান্টেড আপনি ওনার কি ওনার একটা প্ল্যান বন্ধুরা আরে ওয়েলকাম ম্যাডাম আপনি একদিনের থেকে জানেন একই দিনে
আচ্ছা স্যার কি বলবো না আমি বলবো তো এটা অন্তত এটা আমি বলবো মানে 3 নম্বর না না আছে ঠাকুর আছে কিন্তু আমাকে বললো দুই আর কি বলার উনি ডেকোরেশনটা করে এই ডেকোরেশনটা না 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 আচ্ছা তাহলে আমি এখানে তাদেরকে ইউজ করিয়ে প্রেজেন্টেশন তারপরে ডাকবো ওদেরকে প্রেসিডেন্ট দিয়ে তারপরে এবার ওনাকে ডাকবো না যে লেকচারটা দেওয়ার জন্য ইনভাইটেড না আচ্ছা এটা সময় ইচ্ছা করবে আচ্ছা এখন এদেরকে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করে চেয়ারপারসন আফটার এই
শেষে বলবে
আমাদের তো এই কথা আমার মনে হয় এটা শেষ না
না না স্পেশাল পার্সন স্পেশাল পার্সন
পেপার করতে
রিসার্চ পার্সন উনি প্রথমে উনি কথা বলার পর তারপর
বাবা সামনে ভুল ভালো ভয় আছে গালি গাবো শোনো রেজাল্ট আসার পরে এবার দেখতে
এর নাম সব সব নাম
এখন না না উনি আসলে না
অনলাইন
এখানে হয়ে যাবে
Respected gentlemen and gentle ladies, we are going to start our show.
Hey, microphone to that. Where's microphone?
আছে আছে
Hello, hello, hello.
আসলে তো যা
Oma, anything? All হইল
হ্যাঁ অন করে এমনি বলেন না
না
आपको क्या एक्सप्लेन करना है
না
तो छोड़ दीजिए और वो आ जाइए
দিয়ে দিজিए
बुला रहे हैं
कौन
हेलो हेलो दोस्तों একটু ফ্রেশ না দিয়ে এই তো না কে লেখাছেন এখন বেশি করে দে দুদিন তো মানে দুদিন যেন যাই হিসেবে দে I just read the correction.
We are going to start our national seminar, today's national seminar, which is going to be in blended and hybrid mode on development and governance, myriad perspectives in post-millennium India. We apologize that we are a bit late, but the dignitaries are coming and all the persons involved in it, I ask them to be ready to greet them and to start the program. You all know that our registration is going on outside, and since we are a bit late, therefore it is still lingering outside. As soon as the program starts, our registration will end and we will be going straight into the inaugural session. we have designed our national seminar program in such a manner that soon after the inaugural program, we'll be starting our technical sessions in two halls. One would be at N6, that is this one is N6, and another would be at Professor's Common Room, that is known as Seminar Hall number 2. We'll be doing parallel sessions. Track 1 would be institution and governance, and track 2, which would take place at the same time, it would be on indicators of good governance.
এই এই যে শুরুটাই দেরি। আগে শেষ হোক সরস্বতী বন্দনা কারা কারা করবে? Morning to all of you.
না এখন শেষ, এরপর ভোগে।
Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dayayet Sarva Vignapa Shantare. A very warm good morning to all of you. We are here to start our 2 days national seminar, which is in blended and hybrid mode on development and governance, myriad perspectives in post-millennium India. It is being organized by Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh, ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha, in collaboration with Ram Thakur College, Agartala, Tripura. And without wasting any time, we'll be straight heading into our inaugural session. And first of all, I would like to welcome the guests onto the dais, and it will be followed by greeting them. May I now address the persons who have assembled here as our dignitaries. First of all, our chief guest, Professor Dr. Devamallo Dotto, is a professor in the Department of Business Administration, the University of Bardhaman, West Bengal. Then we have Professor Aurobindo Mahato, Rural Development School of Continuing Education, IGNO. We have amongst us Dr. Arjun Go, President, ABRSM, Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. We are also glad to have Sri Sitaram Riyan, Honorable Secretary, General Secretary of ABRSM, Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. And last but not the least, we have our very own dear Principal, Sri Novindo Sengupta, who is right now the principal of this college. I would like the dignitaries to please grace the dais. Our reception committee members, they will be now greeting the guests with some gifts, uttariyas. The students of Ram Thakur College will now felicitate the guests one after another, starting with Professor Devamallo Dotto, Professor in the Department of Business Administration, the University of Bardhaman, West Bengal. Now, Professor Aurobindo Mahato would be felicitated. He is a professor, Rural Development School of Continuing Education, IGNO. The students are now felicitating Professor Aurobindo Mahato, Rural Development School of Continuing Education, IGNOU, New Delhi. I would call upon the students right now to felicitate our principal, Sri Nobindu Sengupto, Principal Ramthakur College. Now we would be felicitating Dr. Arjun Go, President, ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. And then we will be felicitating our General Secretary of ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha, Sri Titharam Riyan. Thank you very much. We have now felicitated our honorable guests. We will be moving forward to the next section, which is lighting the holy lamp. And it will be followed by floral tribute to Devi Saraswati and Saraswati Vandana. It will be performed by all the teachers, Moshmi Goswami, Ridubarna Chakraborty, Oli Bhomik, and Anamika Das. First of all, it is lighting the lamp, and they will be singing Deep Jyoti, followed by Saraswati Vandana. First of all, it will be lighting the lamp. I would request all the dignitaries to come down and illuminate.
दीप ज्योति परम ज्योति दीप ज्योति जनार्दनः दीप हरतु मे पापम् दीप ज्योति नमस्तुते शुभं करतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदः द्वेषबुद्धिविनाशाय आत्मज्योति नमस्तुते आत्मज्योति प्रदीप्ताय ब्रह्मज्योति नमस्तुते ब्रह्मज्योति प्रदीप्ताय गुरुर्ज्योति नमोस्तुते।
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकटी समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकरेषु सर्वदा। Please move forward for floral tribute to our Devi Saraswati.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजायापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्म विचारसार परमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं दीनापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् छायान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्।
Thank you very much, all the teachers, Moshumi Goswami, Riduparna Chakraborty, Pauline Bhogik, and Anamika Das, for their beautiful presentation. Now it is time to unveil the cover of the book of abstracts. It's a happy thing to share that we have received for more than 70 papers in this 2 days long national seminar. And I would call upon the reception committee members to give the book of abstracts to the dignitaries one by one, and they would be unveiling it, and it would be a new beginning for this national seminar. Our respected dignitaries will be now opening the cover of the book of abstracts. Professor Dr. Devamallo Dotto, Professor Aurobindo Mahato, Sri Nobendu Sengupta, Dr. Arjun Go, and Sri Titaram Riyang, as well as our organizing secretary, Dr. Sanjeev Bonik. They all are unveiling the cover of the book of abstracts. It's a momentous occasion for all of us. And I would like to, a huge round of applause for that book of abstracts where we have assembled more than 70 papers. Thank you very much. Now it is time for welcome address, and it will be delivered by Dr. Sanjeev Bonik. He is an associate professor in the Department of Economics and head of the department as well. He has been shouldering the responsibility of being the organizing secretary of this 2 days long national seminar. Sir, the dais is yours. Please come and deliver your welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Sojishna. A very good morning to you all of you. I stand here humbled to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of 2-day national seminar on development and governance. We read perspectives in post-millennium India, organized by Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shaikhik Sangha Tripura and hosted by Madam Thakur College. We are all gathered here with the same goal in mind, to impart our exercise to experiences and enthusiasm about the 2 days national seminar. So let's seize this chance and make the most of every second. I appreciate your presence and wish you a nice and fruitful experience. On the dais, we are fortunate to have noted academician Professor Dawamallo Dr. Bardhaman University as our chief guest. I offer my heartfelt gratitude to Sir, since he has gleefully accepted our invitation when our Arjun Sir called him and taken the pains to come all over from Bardhaman. Sir, I am sure your gracious presence and speech will enlighten all of us. I welcome Professor Aravindo Mahato, Director, National ODL Center for Local Governance and Professor of Rural Development, School of Continuing Education, Keynote, New Delhi, as our keynote speaker. As Sir is a professor of rural development, so I believe we have got the best person who can enlighten us about the intricate relationship between governance and development. Sir, we are eagerly waiting to hear from you. I welcome Dr. Arjun Go, President of APRSN Tripura. He has a constant and continuous power source of inspiration and guiding light for us in all sorts of endeavor. It is no different here. Siddhi Thoda, who is the General Secretary of APRSN, deserves a special mention. Mr. Riam always has extended his unflinching support for such academic exercise. Our honorable principal in charge, Sri Navendu Sengupta, stood like a rock in the massive program. His kind and active cooperation is being warmly appreciated. It is my pleasure to welcome all the esteemed members of my organizing committee on the occasion. It is a collective effort with capital C. The effort the members has put is fabulous and laudable. As the organizing secretary, I welcome all the academicians, chairpersons, co-chairs, paper presenters, rapporteurs, and my beloved students in this conference of knowledge and wisdom. My sincere gratitude to all the paper presenters who joined in our seminar from different part of India, both through offline and online mode. In altogether, 75 abstracts and 39 full papers are submitted in this seminar. We have got abstracts from Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Assam, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, UP, Odisha, Manipur, Bihar, Haryana, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Meghalaya, Delhi, and obviously my state of Tripura. That is from 15 states we have got the response about the seminar. So the seminar, I reckon, is a timely initiative to assess governance in light of development or to assess development in light of governance. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for your welcome address. Now it is time for the General Secretary, Sri Tittoram Riyang, ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. He will address this august audience right now.
सभी को नमस्कार। आज की इस सभागार में उपस्थित सम्मानीय मंच, इस राम ठाकुर कॉलेज में जो आयोजित राष्ट्रीय संगोष्ठी अखिल भारतीय राष्ट्रीय शैक्षिक महासंघ और इस महाविद्यालय के साथ जो 2 दिवसीय जो संगोष्ठी होने जा रही है, इसमें जो लोग इसमें भागीदारी बने सभी को मेरे तरफ से और संगठन की तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हैं। तो हम सभी लोग जानते हैं कि जो अखिल भारतीय राष्ट्रीय शैक्षिक महासंघ ये एक शिक्षकों का एक संगठन है, जो संगठन एक ध्येय मंत्र के साथ हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, जहां पर हम लोग राष्ट्र के हित में शिक्षा, शिक्षा के हित में शिक्षक और शिक्षक के हित में समाज, इन 3 बिंदुओं को सामने रख के हमारे संगठन के विकास यात्रा चल पड़ी है। तो हम लोग जानते हैं कि उपनिषद में एक वाक्य है जहां पर वर्णन है सा विद्या या विमुक्तये, जहां पर सभी व्यक्तियों का समस्याओं से, बंधनों से मुक्त करता है। तो इसमें और भी बोला जाता है कि जहां पर हम लोग शिक्षक है, अध्यापक है, हमारा काम सिर्फ अध्ययन करने का ही काम नहीं है, सिर्फ छात्रों को पढ़ना ही सिर्फ काम नहीं है, हमारा और भी भूमिकाएं है जो समाज में जैसे भी आज नैरेटिव को सेट किया गया है उनको बदलने का आज अत्यंत आवश्यक है। तो इसलिए आज के जो थीम, जिस विषय पर यहाँ पर संगोष्ठी होने जा रहा है, विभिन्न विषय पर यहाँ पर जो आर्टिकल, पेपर्स यहाँ पर प्रेजेंटर्स ने यहाँ पेपर्स देंगे, इसमें बहुत सारे कुछ ऐसा विषय आएगा जो आने वाले समय में पूरा एक सिस्टम को, एक समाज को, एक शोधकर्मी का, हमारा भारत को एक मजबूत, ताकतवर सुपर पावर बनने के लिए सभी का भागीदार रहेगा। तो इसलिए मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं कि संगठन ऐसा ही बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव लेता है कि जब ऐसा समय और ऐसा सिचुएशन सामने आता है तो संगठन समाज की ओर, समाज के ऐसा संगठित करता है। तो हम लोग भी पीछे नहीं रहते कि शिक्षक होने के नाते भी हम लोग सामने आते हैं, जैसे संगोष्ठी, कुछ कॉन्फ्रेंस वगैरह, और भी जो समाज में हम लोग, समाज हमारे लिए कुछ ऐसा व्यवस्थित हो, ऐसे बनाने के लिए हम लोग संगठन को सामने रखते हैं। तो हम आशा करते हैं आने वाले 2 दिन जो इसमें बहुत सारे कार्यक्रम, बहुत सारे सेशंस रहेगा, सभी को हमारा जो थीम है डेवलपमेंट और गवर्नेंस के ऊपर, उसके ऊपर बहुत सारी चर्चा होगी। उससे लेकर आगामी एक पुस्तिका और एक बुक्स के रूप में हमारा सामने आएगा, जो आने वाले समय में जो स्टूडेंट्स है, जो शोधार्थी है, सभी के लिए बहुत उपयोग होगा। तो ऐसा आप अपेक्षा रखते हुए सभी के सामने मेरा 2-4 बातें रखने का यही मैं मेरा बात को विराम रखते हैं। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय सेक्रेटरी आपके ज्ञानवर्धक शब्दों के लिए। Now it is time for the next speaker, and he is one of the important personalities of Tripura, Professor Dr. Aurobindo Mahato. Right now, he is the Director, National Audience Center for Local Governance and Professor of Rural Development School of Continuing Education, IGNOU, New Delhi. And we are really privileged to have him amongst us. I would like to call upon him on this announcing point to deliver his speech. Please, sir.
A very good morning to all my fellow colleagues, respected members on the dais, chief guest of this program, principal of this college, president of ABRSM and secretary ABRSM, and other members of ABRSM, other teachers, faculty members, the fraternity of all of us who belongs in the same fraternity. In this August gathering, it's really a pleasure moment when my ideological thinking, the topic of the seminar, the organizer of the seminar, and my subject match. It rarely happens, but today is that fortunate moment that I have been called in particular for this seminar, which my subject also belongs, and recently leading that center also at the national level of local governance. So when I have been asked to talk about the governance system and how it is related to development, so I have to recall one story, and I hope that will be more familiaristic if I speak in Bengali, that story particularly. Then Hindi mix. So in that circumstance, since the other participant of other states those will not be able to understand, I would like to highlight here one story which happened with our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. So he happened to be from Allahabad and he used to go by car to Delhi many of the times during that time. So in 1950s, while he was going from Allahabad to Delhi, so he's seen that in the roadside, some from main road to the village, the approach road, a huge construction was going on. So he was very happy that in a country like India, where the rural roads are going constructed, means earlier when we have seen the colonial period of time, the most of the roads were connected, which were basically used for business purpose, main roads and railway lines, tracks. But no road has been constructed for your particular attaching to village. Those responsibilities were assigned to the villagers themselves. They used to collect the raw material, and the people used to contribute their labor forces. Accordingly, they used to construct the road. But as a prime minister, he was very happy and felt proud कि I am the prime minister, and seeing that road is construction is going on and huge labor force are going on, then mixing of tumbler bitumen road is going constructed, and she was very happy. So he felt, why not get down over here and see what is going on there. So as a prime minister, he went there, and when people know, they were very happy. The contractors came, the other people wanted to meet with him. So he met with them and asked, where do you stay? Somebody was telling from this village, somebody was telling from this town. After half an hour in staying over there, he realized that no one in that construction who belongs to particular that village. So that was the surprising moment. A road construction which few years back also people were doing for themselves. Now government is investing lot of money, but no one from that village is interacting or taking any interest on the construction of road. What is that? So it is a best example of development and local governance, we should say, because then only this was the idea behind establishing the planning commission. And the first planning commission, if you see the published document, it talks about community participation scheme. So that is the initiation of community participation scheme, and that was the real incidents happened with our first prime minister while he was going. So he felt that if community is not participating, that whatever road you are constructing, it has no meaning. So I used to give one example always. If something, if your back some place is itching, if your good friend try to help you, if you are itching, I will help you. He will not be able to identify the perfect place where you have the itching. But if you have given a stick, you can directly go to your itching place. And so this is the actual situation of decentralized, and I am talking about the local governance. In a particular village, what is the requirement? It cannot be planned in a centralized way. It has to be planned in a local and decentralized way. And that is the called basically bottom-up approach. When we are talking about the approach has to be not from center to top, it has to be from bottom to top. But there are many complications how it has to achieve. Because bottom-up approach, when we are going to create, the people are not sensitized enough about international issues, about your border issues, about the engineering and technical how backgrounds. But for the development, these are very important aspects. How the philosophy of education, how your engineering technical background, these are all important. So I'll coming to this point in a later stage. But this has to understand this situation is leaded in our country last 70 years. Why I am telling 70 years? Because still we have not achieved the local governance system. And that's why we could say that government, the process of development is still not accelerated as per level of our expectation. There are many fold. We talk about fund function and functionaries. It has to be together. But we don't have that at the local level. That is the main reason behind we are not able to gather this issue. Now I would like to go beyond this little bit. It is talking about one report, if you could study. The Governor General in Council to the Court of Directors, EIC, Fort William, 11 December 1857, Home Department number 144, correspondence relating to East Indies companies in London, 1858 a place hoyechilo, that is page number 3. Now what is talking about? It is a just talk about why 1857 the freedom movement of India has happened. So they have gone through in detail. What was the reason why 1857 a In their language, it's a revolt. We say it's a freedom fight for freedom. Why it has happened? So there is many reasons we have listed, and we historian, those are historian and those are development practitioner, they know about that. But there was one point in page number 3. Without media, without TV, without access of newspaper, how the spread of news of 1857 spread in the countrywide. एक छोटा सा आंदोलन जो मंगल पांडे ने 10th May 1857 has started, how it has gone to all over the country. So the documented history is that the Mangal Pandey has Enfield cartridge has removed, and according to he revolt, and then the whole country has. But it was a well planned movement which is bits and bits documented in the debate when it was going on in the British Parliament in 1957 to 59. Till it has 3 years it has gone through, and it is revealed from there. It was a well planned freedom fighter, and it was the most unfortunate that Mangal Pandey has done it on 10th May. Why? Because the actual plan was on 30th May, and it has happened on 10th May. So they revolve with the British Parliament going on. How this news has spread? They were working on it. They didn't know that there was an earlier plan, but they felt it 10th May happened. But how it has spread to countrywide? Then identified from the few folks of our country that it has spread through local panchayat system in our country, which is called somewhere community panchayat, caste panchayat, local governance system. So, and the information sharing mechanism in a confidential way, that has also a instrument. They innovate in the local process. So कहा जाता था उस समय उन्होंने 3 कमल के डंटी और 1 रोटी, ये मैसेज 1 रोटी में 3 कमल के डंटी, ये एक पंचायत से दूसरे पंचायत में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो रहा। लकीली किसी ने उस पंचायत में ऐसा आया जिसने मंगल पांडे तक वो रोटी पहुंचाया, उसने सोचा 3-3 डंडी क्यों है, 2 डंडी कम कर दिए, और इसीलिए वो 10 में हो गया ना कि 30। तो ये अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट्स हैपन जिसके चलते एक साथ मूवमेंट ना होके कभी 10 में से शुरू हुआ, and it has continued in a scattered way. Now why I am pointing out this? Because of when no system works, the local governance system through your local panchayat, how it has spread in countrywide, and how the information system has worked. That's why we say ki after 59, when 57, when East India Company wiped off and British India has taken over the charge of country as a complete process, and that time first target was to destroy your local governance system, because this was the instrument. In earlier to that, many movements got failed. It has not get a picture of national movement against British, but that was the only movement which got the national picture or national level movement due to your local government system. That's why British India felt that first we have to destroy the local governance system. That's why, followed by, you have seen the process of Jamindari Pratha, when the local leaders had been given the power of land, when the conflict of landowner and non-landowners has been started, and the whole governance system become collapsed. The Pradhan system, the Sarpanch system, this system has collapsed, and still it came through different process. So another myth today we have to break over here. We know very well why British East India Company came to India. According to our literature, what we are known, what it's known to us. Can anyone say? For masala business. But what was the actual reason? We have to study. No rule, not for rule. Have you heard about Protestine? Britishers were Protestine. Do you know that? There is two community, Catholic and why the name is Protestine? Why the name is Protestine? Can anyone? Yes, very excellent. So the Portuguese came in India before British. When we know the Vasco da Gama and other, before Portuguese, they were doing the business but establishing the Catholic. So the fight of which was going on London against the Pope, why the kings established the Protestant system, they came basically to challenge the Catholic. And that was the assignment given to Vasco da Gama for America and all. Wherever the Catholic has went, that has to be stopped by Protestant because the Pope has given circular, so they have kept. So it is a myth. They were doing a business, but that was a side work. If they came to India, basically doing business, but wrote in that way, how you can evidence it academically? You have to go to the diary of Vasco da Gama. The assignment, the first page itself, in the preface itself, he has written why he came to India. The assignment was given by the kings, who was the leading that time Protestant, that assignment to challenge to the Catholic process. So again, when 1857, that's why from the business mukhota se converted to the ruling mukhota, और वो 1857 का घटना घटने के पीछे भी there were many movements between Catholic and Protestant were happening, and we were witness both of them in a same frame. But actually fight was going on in a different platform, and we were witnessing all of them are the external and they are ruling us here, they are doing business, so all fight were concentrated on this. So इसीलिए 1857 में सबसे पहला काम हुआ कि इसके कमजोर करने का खली जो है लोकल गवर्नेंस सिस्टम को तोड़ दिया जाए, बिकॉज ये ना कैथोलिक और ना प्रोटेस्टेंट दोनों का सिस्टम काम नहीं कर रहा था ड्यू टू द मोस्ट aggressive villain today is that Khap Panchayat kind of Panchayat. I have given an example, Khap Panchayat, but they were the person who protecting your society from Catholic and Protestant both. So these were basically the community Panchayat or the local governance system which exists, and they were leaded the 1857 movement in our countrywide. So to challenge both, the governance system was the major villain. So that's why we have seen the Panchayat and Jamindari system. So how you can study further on this? Because I'm giving the points as all of you are teacher and belongs to the research fraternity. There is a need further study and other things. A book written by Radhakumund Mukherjee in 1918, 1918 में published हुआ, but the book was written earlier. And the book name is Local Government in Ancient India. Now, what is in that book? He started from Banaras and ended in Mysore. And why he started from Banaras, he said, कि Banaras in that sense of picture of North India, and Mysore in the sense of picture of South India. Why the picture is different? Because the cultural or the local governance destruction system had started earlier in North India and later stage in Mysore and South India because of Vijayanagar Maharaj. Vijayanagar Raj has longest period. I don't remember the year. I think so 500 years they have ruled. So due to your Indian origin and local governance systems where South India were longer period exist, before coming Mughal also it was exist, and during Mughal also it was exist. So medieval period for North India is bigger and medieval period of South India is smaller. That you have to understand. And in that book he particularly wrote how local governance is working. So I'm not going to in the detail on the book. He wrote about South India there is a Mahasabha and Sabha exists. Mahasabha is a larger general body meeting kind of thing, and Sabha is a kind of smaller body executive committee kind of meeting over we understand at the local panchayat level. In North India it is Sreni, Nigama and Nigama Sabha. Sreni is a smaller unit and Nigama is a little bigger and Nigama Sabha is a. From this Nigama only we came the word of Poro Nigam Sabha later on. So, but here what I pointed out, the forwarding of this book has written by K.G. Crew, was the first state secretary of British government of India. He was the first state secretary, and forwarding has been written by for this book was him. And what he wrote, there are large writing, but I am quoting one. Self-government should logically start in that sphere in moderately coast, but will no doubt be strongly controverted. He may be, means writer, R.K. Majumdar, may be asked to examine the experience of UK and Russia where in opposition of this thesis. Means where there is no existence of local governance in UK and America, and India, which is talking about the complete local governance system is established, it has to be examined that way. So this what I am quoting because it was a new concept for them. And the same thing who have studied little bit. How much time I have? 10 minutes. So what is the problem is that in 1909 में when Mahatma Gandhi had started journey from South Africa, that time he wrote a book and that is called Hind Swaraj. And Hind Swaraj or Purna Swaraj is basically a talk about your local self-government, which Mr. R.K. Mukherjee and earlier ancient India has had, but it has conceptualized in this millennium by Mahatma Gandhi in 1909. In a practical form, how it has to be formed in his book Hind Swaraj. Though he has not written, it was initially in Gujarati, but later on and it has translated in many languages. It's a small book, you can get it and collect it for the other reference and purposes. So what he has talked about, how local governance has to be there, how it has to function, and the panchayat system, the punch system, how it has to happen. And we know that Mahatma Gandhi is our father of nation, and we have respect him a lot from our core of heart. And every rupee is in your pocket having a stamp of Mahatma Gandhi. So most respectful nowadays in the money, and money he is there. But the thing is that when 1951, the first prime minister who made by basically Mahatma Gandhi started community development participation program, but not started the local governance. So Mahatma Gandhi wrote in 1909, whole life he fought for it, but he chose a prime minister who should give a Western look, who should make an international relationship, but not to be connected with root. That's why he has to understand with a road construction why community participation it needed, which was the local concept of our country. And then fortunately, it has happened in 1991, 1992, that we know 73rd Amendment and 74th Amendment, where we are talking about the Panchayati Raj. So you can think around 50 years it took to formulate the law which Mahatma Gandhi has talked in 1909, and that was the original tradition of India, that was the original strength of Bharat, which has shows that India was the largest economy in worldwide till 18th century. Mangus Edison has given a detailed analysis on it. I need not to again and again say on this. You can refer OECD report, Mangus Edison, where India's position on economically. So this local governance or this system, जो economic system, I am not going to talk about the economic aspect of local governance, but development is a part of within the framework. Economics is the part of within the framework development. So that also we have to understand कि जिस धरती का, जिस भारत का ऐसा गवर्नेंस सिस्टम था जिसके डेवलपमेंट में वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमी का 60% शेयर till 1500 century was by India, and till 1800 century world economy 30% share was by India. So what has happened that it has deteriorated the system, and that has reinstalled in 1991, 1992 by 73rd and 74th Amendment, when we are talking about local governance, Panchayati system. Now you know that Panchayat Development Fund is there, Panchayat is the everything, and for the urban area, the municipal, the corporation, the local corporation system, that is 74th Amendment. Basically, 73rd is for rural and 74th is basically for urban area, whichever amended. That is talking about local governance system. That's why the country which has run on the basis of bureaucrats till 1992, now it has given the power to the people of the local. Again, the unfortunate thing has happened. That's what I initially started. When we are talking about bottom-up approach, when we are not talking about top-to-bottom approach, the happening is that local people are honest enough, are morally correct, are the Indian system which exists we have in the ancient time, the moral education system. When we talk that Itihas and when we talk that Mahabharata and Ramayana is Itihas, we have a Vedic literature, people were morally honest enough at the grassroots level. Is that exist till now? If doesn't exist, then what are the education system mechanism has to establish? That in new education system has to be established in that way that whole has to come together and establish a new framework which can give the local governance. इसीलिए अभी भी हमने लोकल गवर्नमेंट बता दिया, प्लान तो बना दिया, पर पंचायत प्रधान ही बन गया लोकल गवर्नमेंट. जो ग्राम सभा, ग्राम संसद, the lower body is gram sangsad, the upper body is gram sabha, that is merely happen on paper. So pradhan selection, then again comes picture in the political parties, and then political parties when comes in the picture, then there comes the other power seeking process in the local level. So the purpose of local governance is basically not able to achieve still with the Panchayati Raj system, with the three-tier system. So what has to be there? The 3F which I was talking about, that fund, function and functionaries. The fund at the local level, by rule we are giving, the functionaries we are giving, that means engineer, transparency process, because still if you know, Government of India, the Panchayat Secretary is the key person. We know the Government in India Secretaries, what is the qualification is required? Topmost IAS officer, after the seniority, and the Panchayat Secretary qualification is 8 pass. So, how you can expect that he will able to process your document in a transparent manner? because in the local governance we have a 8 parameter which is now established by United Nations. It is talk about participatory, transparency, responsiveness, equitable and inclusive, effective and efficient, follow the rule of law, consensus oriented. So these are the 8 pillars of, according to present, the leader of the world, United Nations has given a guideline. Is it possible to follow by a 8 pass person at the secretary level? Because panchayat member is a elected member, he need not to be a qualified person. He may be illiterate because it's a political, by the democracy he has been chosen. But the secretary is a government post, permanent post, that has to change. And luckily, in Tripura, when we have talked about 2047 vision document, that time one decision was took that we will appoint a panchayat extension officer, and for them the graduation was required. So in Tripura, luckily, new secretary appointment is now reduced due to our this fight only, because they cannot change the qualification of secretaries. So they have created another mechanism. So that was the luckily in 2019 or 2021, we had a vision meeting in 2047 how Tripura should be look like in 2047. That time this decision was taken and it has implemented properly. So we are little lucky. But thing is that countrywide, you will be surprised that in Meghalaya, in Jammu Kashmir, still this panchayat system has not implemented. There is a still Darbar system. Now what is called Darbar system local governance? One person is the whole and soul of the village, and he will be, as long he live, he will be the panchayat pradhan. He don't have a office, he don't have a secretary, he don't have any infrastructure. The pradhan is the running his office from his home, and whatever the document, if you say last year you got 50 lakhs, what was the utilization? Oh, we have utilized road, you show the document, no document. So that is called Darbar system, which many part of our country still exists. So panchayat system, implementing the complete panchayat system, first it was a big challenge to make it act. Though Gandhi has talked about earlier, our ancient India has talked about, but it was very difficult to implement. But later on, it is very difficult to now to implement in a physical frame. So these are the few things which I wanted to highlight over here. As a said, the tune of this conference, I felt we should talk about next 2 days about this. And many abstract we have seen, which has talked about many technical issues, some mushrooms, some literature on the various issues, community relationship, proud theories and all, many things has came out. So it needs to be linkage with the actually the governance process of the local governance level. Then only we can accelerate the development. Thank you all. Best wishes to all.
Thank you very much, Professor Mohato, for your enlightening speech. And you have covered everything, almost history, sociology, local governance. A very insightful talk indeed. It's my pleasure right now to call upon on the dais our principal in charge, Sri Nobendu Sengupta. He is right now working as principal in charge of Ram Thakur College and one of the most senior professors of our state. So please come to the dais.
Good noon to everybody. It's 12 o'clock. On the eve of festive time, we have assembled here for a national seminar which is witnessed academicians from various disciplines who are coming here from different parts of India, and they will deliver their lectures for the today and for tomorrow. And as you know, the topic of the seminar is very pertinent topic, development and governance. my dear perspectives in post-millennium India, and as a principal in charge of this college, I offer my warm greetings to all of you. And it is my privilege to share the dais with the two eminent personalities, Professor Aurobindo Mahato, who is from IGNOU Delhi, and Professor Dibmalla Datta, he is from Burdwan University, who is gracing the national seminar as the chief guest, and I wish you both an enjoyable stay in our state, Tripura. Dr. Urjunbu and Mr. Titharam Young, they are holding the dignified portfolios of ABR MS Tripura, and I must thank them for choosing Ram Thakur College for hosting this seminar and for their gracious presence. Professor Sanjeev Banik, who is shouldering the responsibility of organizing secretary of this seminar, he deserves kudos for his effort. His team members and all the colleagues, non-teaching staffs of the college, they are doing a lot for making it happening in a great manner. The Ram Thakur College, it has a rich tradition of hosting and organizing valuable seminars and workshops, particularly in the last 5 years. We have seen that English department, they have organized international conference. The Department of Commerce also conducted international seminars in the last 2 years. Ram Thakur College is demonstrating that apart from teaching and learning process, our academic exercises are also very vital for comprehensive development. I wish all the success of this seminar and may such program keep on enriching us. Namaskar. And I would like to inform you that there is a online meeting with all the principals with the DHC sir. So I will be leaving right now because I have to join, and for that, pardon me. Thank you very much.
It's time for the chief guest speech. We have amongst us Professor Devamallo Dotto, who is a MA, MB, and PhD. His areas of teaching are marketing management, general management services, marketing, consumer behavior, marketing promotion, and his areas of interest are different domains of services marketing like tourism, media, retail, health and education, consumer behavior and marketing promotion strategies. Professor Dr. Devamallo Dotto is a professor in the Department of Business Administration in the University of Bardhaman, West Bengal. He has more than 24 years of experience in management education. 11 scholars have been awarded the PhD degree under his supervision, and at present there are 8 scholars who are pursuing their PhDs under his mentorship. Professor Dotto has published more than 35 research papers in both national and international journals of repute, and he has also delivered a number of UGC-sponsored refreshers courses in different universities of India that include Indian Tourism, Institute of Tourism Travel Management, Gwalior, Bhubaneswar, Sambalpur University. So apart from teaching, he has got rich administrative experience of more than 30 years. And prior to being an academician, he has served in a number of private and public sector organizations in India, such as ONGC and HFC in executive capacities. He has been the head of the Department of Business Administration as well. Presently, a member of the newly formed Finance Committee under the West Bengal State Council of Technical Education, and he is also a member of the governing body of this West Bengal State Council of Biotechnology. So the dais is yours, sir, and we hope to hear a very engaging chief guest speech. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning. I am audible? Okay. I am very much pleased that I am really honored to be at your Ram Thakur College in Tripura for this AVRSM and Ram Thakur collaborative seminar on development and your governance. I have a special relationship with AVRSM before because, and I am happy the same post is being held by my our department's PhD scholar, Dr. Arjun Ghosh. Because since 2017 to 22, I was during the very turbulent time in West Bengal. I was the president of AVRSM West Bengal. And that time he was undergoing PhD over there, and I have seen what interest he is having for his academic as well as this organizational work. Now, when I got his offer, say 3 days back, I decided that no, I should come here and meet you because I like to meet the students and my fellow brother and sisters in teaching community in AVRSM because I am also very much organizational man because you know that what type of educational scenario is going on in West Bengal, which now I say that it is from WEST has become WAST, and that is but we should not laugh, but that is really a slur on we Bengalis. And yesterday, when I was coming to the circuit house with Arjun, I was really flabbergasted to see the development of the city itself. You know, it is the face of the state, the capital. And I remember that I had been to Tripura in during turbulent 80s. Why I said turbulent 80s? You know, the like Bengal to Tripura had this Congress, and I'm not sorry to say, and the left rule governments. And at that time, I was working with ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Commission, and my duty was to do the public relation work of the engineers and the organization. And my area covered Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, and Tripura, especially the Baramura oil field. And at that time, when I used to come, we had many problems that I was unrest, and you know the unrest in Tripura itself, and the murder and other type of criminal activities which are very much genuine with these left and Congress ruled states, as we have recently seen in our state itself. So, since 2018, when I came to know that this government is really following a development scheme, which we can see through our own eyes from the time I reached Agartala, the airport itself. Then the railways. Once upon a time in the last decade, railway was not connected to Tripura, Agartala, but now it has been connected. Not only that, with Bangladesh itself. Then what we find, you will be surprised to know, we say, but that means our CM always say that she has provided, say, around 50 lakhs of jobs. But the real story is that Bengal is one of the exporter of human forces doing medial works in the different states of India. At a one time, what we find that there are Bengali intellectuals who are in the different, say, foreign countries, especially USA and European countries. And at the same time, if you go to Bangalore, Surat, Allahabad, Varanasi, Noida, you will find there is a, I mean, huge, your West Bengal, Bengali forces are doing all sort of menial works like, say, Safai Karmi or say, the construction worker like that. But you will be surprised to find that there is no people. I have asked the Bengali that where are you from? The answer is West Bengal, not Tripura. Who come দেখবেন? You see a very little. So why? Because the people, what I believe, have been doing a lot of self-employed jobs. And what I understand from the development statistics I was going through for Tripura, I have found that a number of universities like your state, central and private universities have come up, your colleges have come up, schools are there. So whether it is, and in comparison, if I make with state, you will find a vast gap, negative gap, where in West Bengal you will find the primary education, no primary education. The chairman got the bail yesterday only, after serving in jail for 1 year, Professor Manikar Church. The state education minister is under prison. The food minister under prison. I mean, it is also when our double engine government of SOC Pradhan Mantri ji is thinking of making India great in 2047, you will find that in 2025, that almost half of the cabinet of West Bengal is in Alipur jail. But this is also a history. I mean, I request my those young historian friends to write about this. This is unique in the post-independence era. So to see that development in Tripura, I have seen that three things have been given much stress. One is the health and education. Second, I came to know about this, your chief minister's, I mean, satellite town development program. And thirdly, the tourism industry and handicrafts. We rather go to and visit in Calcutta South, where I stay. There is one Dakshinapan area where the Tripura, your cooperative and this Tripura Emporium is there, and you get variety of bamboo, jute, and other goods, which we use for using during events or giving as gifts. So this kind of development slowly going on in a state, whereas in a state to which I belong, we are always in a fearful atmosphere. Even recently you have seen the education had gone to a state. Secondly, the health is also going on the same path, because most of all may be aware of this Archikar case. And to compare with that, your security and your law and order situation, you can well imagine. To protect an hospital, the central force has been deployed. So I would just to make my this picture imitate, I'll just request my ABRSN friends to make this organization more strong in your Tripura. I'll rather request all of you and Mr. Riyang and Dr. Agbo to do a hard work, and simply I'll request my student friends and your boys and sisters that you do well organized ABVP team, which is very societally your much better than other state in India. So wishing you all the best, and I will rather request you to bless us to be free from a dark period of West Bengal to which we belong, both Tripuravasi and Paschim Bangavasi are on the same time and the same line and same brotherhood, sisterhood. So, and make our great leader, Shama Prasad Mukherjee's your vision a success. Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Thank you very much, sir, for your chief guest speech. And we are almost coming to the end of the inaugural session. And last but not the least, the important speech will be delivered by Professor Arjun Go, who is working as associate professor and the head of the department in the Department of Commerce at Ramthakur College. He is a gold medalist in MCOM and MBA in finance, as well as a PhD in accounting and finance. We just heard his guru's speech. It's a time for the disciple, and who is also right now the president of a state organization, Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh, Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. Professor Gop, he has cleared his NET in management and slate in commerce. He has got teaching experience of 20 years. He has a publication of 25 publication there and 3 edited volumes, 7 books. He has attended more than 30 seminars and workshops and delivered invited talks on more than 55 occasions. So, and his areas are taxation, finance, and accounting management. You can see the president of ABRSM is also a noted academician of our state, and we are very proud of that, and we are very eagerly waiting for his speech. Professor Go, please.
Thank you, Suraj sir. Thank you, Suraj sir. It's a very good afternoon to this August gathering. Namaskar. Honorable Chief Guest of this today's seminar, Professor Devamallo Dotto, Honorable Keynote Speaker, Professor Aravindo Mahato, respected our principal, who has joined an online meeting, respected General Secretary Kitram Riyam Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh of the dais, Organizing Secretary of the seminar, Dr. Sanjeev Manik, Secretary Teachers Council, Ramthakur College, Coordinator IQAC, Dr. Shubhodip Pal, Convener Academic Committee, Dr. Shruji Sen, respected committee members, executive committee members of Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh, respected professors and distinguished and honored guests, and other participants and my students. ABRSM Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha is the largest platform in our state, which works for the interest of the professors and as well as for the society. And our Ram Thakur College have clubbed all of us here for today national seminar. It's a gathering of academicians, educators, research scholars, students for two days. Actually, this extraordinary seminar aims to inspire our researchers and students to work on the issue, development and governance, mere perspectives in the post-millennium India. Now, I would like to share a few words why BSM and Ram Thakur College have chosen this topic. Actually, the development economy refers a mature economy where it is measured in terms of gross domestic product and per capita income. The main objective to become a developed economy, to make the citizen of the nation live happily. As per United Nations, the developed economy is not only measured by economic criteria, but also considered the other factors like is standard of living and social justice and the sustainable environment. Once again, World Health Organization has given another definition of developed economy. And WHO developed a Human Development Index, and that has considered life expectancy, the social justice, and the standard of living. And they say if the Human Development Index score is more than 0.80, the country will be treated as a developed nation. And if the score is below 0.80, it will be considered as a developing or underdeveloped nation. Now, if we look at our nation, our country, the country appears to take the position of developed nation by 2047. So, this is our target. And World Bank holds also in reported express date by 2047, half of Indians, means by 2047, our population will be 150 crores. That is 50%, means 75 crores people will be developed in terms of upper or middle class category. So you just think, if the World Bank finds their estimation properly, by 2047 our country will be the half developed economy. That is also a big achievement. But in both the cases, World Bank or the government of India have some preconditions, because we have to go miles away. That is why the government of India has termed this period as Amrit Kal. Means this period we have to work as a magic ball. Otherwise, it becomes impossible. Why I am saying these two? Because by these 24 years we have, if we consider in case of China, then they took 13 years to cover this situation. So we have almost same period, but we have a great challenges. Now, this development has so many parameters, and one of these is governance. And what is governance? Governance simply refers that the corruption-free management system, that the implementation part which will be corruption-free management. Now, regarding the governance, good governance, if we trace the Arthashastra, we'll see that the first guidelines to make the nation through good governance is prescribed in this Arthashastra. Although it may not be considered in a democratic setup. And later on, we have found that different management gurus explain the different management principles. Mainly Henry Fayol, who has described 14 principles for a good governance, which is based on three things. Number one, accountability.
Number two, integrity. And number three is social justice. And in 2014, one election slogan has become famous, which was like that: minimum government to maximum governance. Means that the governance will be more important than the system of the government, which has been raised to change the scenario to make the whole process efficient and efficacious. Now, coming to this part, we have to consider that the development somehow depends on the good governance, and that is why the Aviresem and Ram Thakur College have thought that why not we work on this area, development and governance, because we understand, we know we want development, but which is solely depends on the good governance system. So accordingly, we have chosen this area during these 2 days. Different technical session, through the different technical sessions, paper presenters and participants will present their papers on the basis of this main theme: good governance and development in all senses. So we expect that all the participants who are in the offline and online from different states will enjoy this 2 day program in our college. And of course, finally, we'll get a fruit from this whole discussion, thoughtful discussion of different technical findings and research findings, which will give a good message for the well-being of the society in specific and for the nation in general. With these few words, I would like to conclude my speech here. Thank you for remaining present here in this room and for joining through the web line. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, Professor Arjun Gop, who happens to be the president of ABRSM as ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha. So with this speech, we conclude this inaugural session. We have got next, say around for 30 minutes or like that, we'll be having our tea break outside. And let me clarify some of the things that this is seminar hall number 1 for technical session. And seminar hall number 2 is just above the principal's chamber, first floor. That is professor's common room. That is seminar hall number 2. We will be having after that tea break parallel sessions. First technical session is track 1, institution and governance. That would be taking place here in this hall. It is seminar hall number 1, and in second technical session at the same time after this tea break, it will take place at seminar hall number 2, which is professor's common room, just above the principal's chamber. There will be having indicators of good governance. And so we can now proceed for our tea break. After that, we'll be joining for our technical session. Thank you very much.
লিঙ্কটা পাঠানোর জন্য বারবার ফোন করছে আমাকে। আপনার ব্যবস্থা করছেন? Aman, Aman. Net लगाओ सर। Aman,
আচ্ছা আনন্দ আমি একটু ওই রুম থেকে আই এটা ইয়ে করা আছে এই গুগল মিট দিয়ে লগ ইন করবো
flawless তো flawless গেল inaugural session তুমি হিচকি কিছু তো নেই যে তোমার কোন হলে
আমি তো
প্রফেসর সমন রুমে
চলো প্রিন্সিপাল স্টুডেন্টস
হ্যাঁ
তুমি এগুলো দিয়ে আসো আমাদের মেইন স্পিকার ছিল স্ক্রিনটা প্যাকেট করো কিভাবে প্রিন্সিপাল চেম্বার আছে ওগুলো হাতে তুলে দেবে পাঁচটা পারফরম্যান্স পাঁচ হবে সবগুলো একসাথে করো তুমি চলে যাও প্যাকেট করো ওটা গাইড করো ওদেরকে ঠিক আছে এই জন্য একজন আছে পাঁচটা পাঁচজনের কাছে যাবে কিছু তো আমাদের একটা মধ্যে দুইটা দিয়ে সাথে আনতে
আচ্ছা এই আনন্দ আনন্দ এই যে ম্যাডাম
প্রিন্সিপাল ভাই আগে ইয়া আলাদা দুজনটা দিয়ে দেব দুজন নিশ্চিত সহজে মেইনলি দুজনের টাকা দেন না দুজনের টাকা দিয়ে
ওনার যে
পরে প্রিন্সিপাল কারো দিতে সংশয় তো দিয়ে দিচ্ছি
প্রফেসর রাজেশ
অনলাইন করে
অনলাইনে থাকবে
এটা তো সবাই
আচ্ছা ফোলিয়াটাকে রাখো
আচ্ছা আমার এখানে কি এন্ট্রি করবে অল টু তে এন্ট্রি কে করবে
অল টুতে এক্সামে আছে অল ওয়ানে আছে
ম্যাডাম আমি কি অল টু তে এন্ট্রি করবে
যদি বলেন অন্যকে তাহলে
না না স্যার একটা কাজ করুন তাহলে কেন আমাকে সাইকেল লাগবে তাদের সাথে
ওখানে শুনো ওখানে আমি তো রেকর্ডার হিসেবে থাকলো
ফাইট তো নাই
ওইটাকে লিখে নিয়েছে ভাই
রাজেশ জঙ্গি
এই রাজেশ সাথে তুমি অ্যানাউন্স করতে
এই যে আরে আছে তো রোজই
আছে তো আপনার কাছে
আমার কাছে আছে
আমি পাইনি
ও পাইনি ও একটা ট্র্যাক পেয়েছে মানে ইয়েটা দাঁড়িয়ে এই যে এই
এটাকে ডাকো অর্পণকে ডাকো
অর্পণ চলে গেছে
কি চলে গেছে সাইলেন্ট মোড আছে
সেকেন্ড সেশনের তো না
না না টেক এই এগুলো নাই
আপনার ফাইলের মধ্যে আছে না স্যার? আপনার
আমি বলছি ফাইলে কি আছে এই লাইনটা তো আমি মেইলে দিয়ে দিয়েছি
তাহলে এটার মধ্যে থাকলে যদি থাকে তাহলে শেয়ার করো।
এটা আমি দিয়েছি আপনি দেখতে পারেন এটা
যদি দুটো থাকে তাহলে একটা দিয়ে না যদি দুটো থাকে তোমার এখানে
আমার তো অলরেডি আমি ফাইল পেয়েছি এটা
না না দুটো পেপার আছে
অলমোস্ট আমার
তাহলে ও অ্যানাউন্স করার জন্য
আমারটা আমি পেয়েছি সেটা ইন্টারফারেন্স
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাডাম আপনারা এলেন খুব সুন্দর আপনারা দারুণ বলা
Online offline বিদেশিগুলো সব offline you have to call them online দেখো যারা ফিটরা দিয়া রাখে
মানে বিদেশিরা আমরা
ব্যাগ তো মেয়েরা জানে এই সারের যে জিনিসগুলো এগুলো কোথায় ছিল এটা তো নিয়ে দিছে আরেকটা ব্যাগ আছে স্যার আচ্ছা তোরা তো স্যারের ব্যাগটা কি ব্যাগ এটা না
এটা হ্যাঁ সাড়ে 5 বেঞ্চ বলেছিল তো
ওই যে জমামূল্য
সোমালি শুরু করো শুরু করো শুরু করো
আচ্ছা পার্টিসিপেন্টস অনেকজন আছে কোনটা অনলাইন কোনটা অফলাইন
যারা ত্রিপুরা তারা সব অফলাইন
আপনারা কি সব অলরেডি
শুরু করো জানেন স্যার আছেন
অফলাইনে
কোন স্যার ও মানে জঙ্গির যে
আমি
জঙ্গির যে একটা শুধু জানো এই শুনো জঙ্গির আছে না আমি একটা শুধু জানো মানে স্যার রিয়াল পাস হয়ে যায়
আমি শুরু করো একটা টপ আছে মানে টপ আছে
একটা সময় কেন দিয়ে শুরু করো শুরু করো এখন আবার যদি কলাম করো সবাই আছে কিনা দেখো
আপনার কপি আছে যারা পার্টিসিপেন্টস তারপরে প্রেজেন্টেশনের পরে পেপার অ্যাওয়ার্ডটা ওয়ার্কসে যিনি চেয়ারপারসন কো চেয়ারপারসন আপনারা দেখবেন Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Welcome all, in the track 1, that is the first technical session titled Institution and Governance of the 2 days national seminar on development and governance, myriad perspectives in post-millennium India, organized by Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshik Mahasangh, ABRSM Tripura Mahavidyalaya Shiksha, in collaboration with Ram Thakur College, Agartala. Today we will have with us Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir. He is a professor in the Center for Economic Studies and Planning, School of Social Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Sir will join us online at 1 p.m. So we are having the co-chairperson, Dr. Dipankar Dev, Associate Professor from Michael Madhusudan Datta College, Shabur. The rapporteur of today's session is Dr. Sandeepa De, Guest Lecturer, Department of English, Ram Thakur College. First of all, we will have the online invited lecture by the resource person, Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir, at 1 p.m., which will be succeeded by the presentations by Ojit Mitro, Dr. Akanksha Maru, and Ms. Neha Sabarwal from Rajasthan, Jitesh Chandra Shaha, Ellen Rockhall, Nilima Vishwas, Sham Kumar Bhattacharjee, Devojyoti Bhattacharjee, Shilpi Sinha, Kakuli Devnath, Firdaus Rahman, Dr. Tamojoy Dev, Shubhi Shaha, Alok Dash, Shyam Sundar Sarkar. I would like to request all the participants to please stay in this particular room. First of all, I want to invite Dr. Dipankar Dev, the co-chairperson of this particular session, who is an associate professor from Michael Madhusudan Datta College, Shabru. Sir, please grace the dais as a co-chairperson. After this session, there will be a declaration of the Best Paper Award of Track 1, and it will be decided by the chairperson and the co-chairperson. Let us wait for a few minutes for the invited lecture and the virtual appearance of our resource person, Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir. Technical expert. স্যার যে জয়েন করবেন এই ব্যাপারগুলো বলবে কি যে জয়েন করেছে
The first.
যারা আউটসাইডার পার্টিসিপেন্ট আছে আউট স্টেশন গুলোতে জয়েন স্পিকার
অনলাইন স্পিকার নিজন প্রথমটা তো পার্সেন্টেজ হ্যাঁ
স্ক্রিন লাগবে
চেয়ারপারসন যে তাই অনলাইন দিব
এবং আপনি কিন্তু একটা অর্ডার রাখলে ভালো না, আপনি তো চেয়ার করবেন, পার্টিসিপেন্টদের ডাকবেন একজন পর একজন, যারা স্টেশন তারা আসলে
হ্যালো
On the dais, we have the co-chairperson of today's session, Dr. Dipankar Dev, Associate Professor, Michael Madhusudan College, Shagun. Welcome you, sir. Now I would like to request our volunteers to felicitate sir. Thank you, students. In this particular session, there are 4 presentations which will be outside the stage Tripura. Dr. Akanksha Maru, Ms. Neha Sabarwal, they will present virtually. They are from Rajasthan. Shilpi Sinha from Jharkhand, Kakoli Devnath from Assam, and Firdaus Rahman from West Bengal. They will join us virtually. And other participants, they are the offline presenters. I would like to request our technical support team to please inform us if Professor Rajesh join us virtually. Welcome to you, sir. Sir, can you hear us? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, but you are not visible, sir. Your camera is off. At the outset, I want to heartily welcome the chairperson of this session, Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir, Center for Economic Studies and Planning, School of Social Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Sir has already joined us online. A cordial welcome again goes to the co-chairperson of the session, Dr. Deepak Dev, Associate Professor, MMT College, Shahpur. First of all, we will have an invited by our resource person, Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangi, Center for Economic Studies and Planning, School of Social Sciences, New Delhi, which will be succeeded by the presentations, both online and offline. Before his talk, I want to take the golden opportunity to introduce our resource person to the scholarly participants. Dr. Rajesh Kumar Jangir is presently the professor in the Center for Economic Studies and Planning, School of Social Sciences, JNU, New Delhi. Earlier, he worked as a professor in the Department of Economic Studies in the Central University of Punjab. His areas of specializations are macroeconomics and public economics. Sir has successfully completed multiple research projects and he has published extensively in national and international journals and books. Sir has delivered a number of invited talks as a resource person in various national and international seminars and conferences. Seven research scholars have completed their PhD under his able supervision. Having 26 years of teaching experience, Sai is also a Microsoft Office specialist and possesses special skill in Indian Sign Language. We are really overwhelmed with the virtual presence of Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir. Now, the platform is yours, sir. We are eagerly waiting to listen to you, sir. Please, sir. Sir, we cannot hear you, sir. Now it's sorry to disturb you, sir. Sir, please, sorry to disturb you. This is not co-chaired by Dr. Anindita Sinha. Sorry to disturb you. This is co-chaired by Dr. Deepak Dev. This is the track one session, the first technical session, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for your enriched speech. We are really enlightened. You have touched on how the institutions work for good governance, different economic aspects of governance, social value of market system under the political and judicial system, the importance of national ignorance and how it is acting on, and how to improve the principles for a better institution and good governance. So we are really, really enlightened, sir, and thank you very much for your invited talk, though on virtual platform. Uh, Now, I would like to ask the participants if you have any kind of query or any reflection on the invited speech. This session, there are lots of paper presentations. The first presenter is Ajit Mitra. Are you present in the hall? Okay. And the next one, there is a joint presentation by Dr. Akanksha Maru and Ms. Neha Sabarwal. I think they have joined us virtually.
is online. Is he online?
Yeah, he's online.
I have one question.
Okay. Sir, you can come on the microphone.
Jahangir sir, good afternoon. Sir, it's not a question, that's my query, because you have discussed about Adam Smith. अर्थशास्त्र धन का विज्ञान है. So, but I personally feel, sir, when we talk about Marshall Robinson, the जीवन के साधारण व्यवसाय में मनुष्य की क्रियाकलापों का अध्ययन है. When we talk about the social justice, then why are we not emphasizing over the Robinson and the Marshall in that case? So this is my request, because you're talking about the social justice, and he has told, he has given the definition itself as justified. Thank you. Could you please just clarify this? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now this is the technical session, and the first presenter is Ajit Mitra, research scholar, Department of Political Science, Tripura University. And now this session will be chaired by Professor Rajesh Kumar Jangir and co-chaired by Dr. Deepak Dev.